What's up, weirdos? A 17-year-old Tana Mongeau and a 25-year-old Cody. Now, when those two people get together, that's not cringe. That's criminal. If you're clicking on this video, I'm sure you've already heard the story about what he did to her.
She pulled him aside and told him like, yo, she's 17. And then we still went and hooked up.
But if not, I'm going to dive deep into all of the facts, give you all of the information that's out there, and it's going to paint a very disgusting picture of Cody. But I don't want to come on here and just recite the facts to you and tell you what happened, because they also did collab videos. There's one that's live on her account, which I understand, but there's also one that's live on his account currently. So after we go through everything, and trust me, there is a lot to go through, at the end, I want to look a little bit at the videos that they made together. Now, before I start throwing around words like statutory, I want to give a little preface to this video. I am very nervous making this video. Like, my heartbeat is like racing, and I've mentioned it in videos before, I thought that Cody was the exception to the frat boy DJ rule. I really admired his work ethic, and I found his videos entertaining a while ago when I used to watch them. He's so like ubiquitous with like, not really commentary, he's like more of a reaction channel now. And before all this, I definitely viewed him as like, you know, that role model type of person, like you want to chase to get there. And that's true for a lot of people. I was just watching a video with Drew Gooden recently where he said himself that Cody was one of his inspirations.
I think I saw like Cody was doing it at the time, and like some H3 and some other commentators, you know.
So that, plus the fact that I just started a second channel where I literally am like reacting to the button and playing Love Island and stuff, I've been really scared to make a video about Cody because it's really, really serious what he did to Tana, allegedly. We'll get into that. And I was worried that I would look opportunistic. Maybe that's irrational, maybe that's, but it feels like the way the internet works. I just didn't want it to be like over. So in my mind, I was like, you know what? Cody is gonna have to make a response, and then that's what my video will be about. But then some YouTubers like D'Angelo Wallace and Moisture, they made videos where they talked about things that I had not seen and I had not heard about, and at this point I can't not talk about it. And for it to be where it is right now and him still not have made a response, to me, his silence is the response. So that is why this video is happening today. And if you are somebody who has been a fan of Cody in the past, trust me, all of this is not coming from somebody who hates him and has been waiting on his downfall. What he did is truly disgusting. Disappointed doesn't even begin to describe how I feel. Now, the seed from where all this began is a clip from like, I think over a year ago of Tana talking about hooking up with Cody when she was 17. Although I don't know if you can call statutory hooking up.
I know now, I was 17 at the time, 18. I started kind of hooking up with other people. Shout out JC Kalen, shout out Cody Don't.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, she said I was 17, 18 at the time. Then she talks about how during that time she hooked up with Cody. Now, that clip alone was not enough for it to be like a big cancellation. Understandably, this raised a lot of red flags, but people were still like, you know, if they saw it doing mental gymnastics, it didn't really blow up enough that people were like talking about it. Potentially because of how Cody cleans and monitors his comments so that nobody can actually see the stuff on his videos. If you look at his YouTube videos, there's literally nothing on there about this situation. By the way, can I just ask, his second channel, has anybody else been thinking like, what are you doing with the thumbnails? He used to do stuff like this and now he's like this. I don't know, it's completely unrelated. But yeah, if you look at this video,
Hello, me loves.
don't talk to me like that. The comments are just about the video, not about the controversy he's going through. Compare that to the comments on his wife Kelsey's videos. You and Cody really need to address things. At least none of us believe he's going to do it without someone telling him to. All of his female fans are so upset. Not just his female fans, by the way. I'm not okay with statutory either. I wish you could get Cody to talk about this instead of letting his fans victim blame. It's gross. Cody address the allegations challenge. Impossible. That's on his wife who just had their kid. By the way, we're gonna leave the kid out of it. And also leave Kelsey out of it too. I only bring her up to illustrate the point that he's filtering all of his comments. And she's paying the price for it. Now, this video might have been the seed, but the catalyst for all of this is a clip that was recorded during a live show for the canceled podcast, which is Tana and Brooke.
Who's the smallest dick you've ever had sex with?
Oh my God, do no one look at me, Cody
Delete the videos. I can say that. I was literally 17. I can say that. What? Sorry. Delete the videos.
Yeah, did you hear everybody go from, he's got a small penis to, She said, it's okay, I can say it, I was 17 at the time. 17! When she was 17, he was 25. This is well beyond Mr. Struggle, Cody. You are Mr. Criminal. This is what it looks like when a 25-year-old and a 17-year-old have a conversation. By the way, we're gonna get a lot more into these videos by the end, but just to illustrate.
Teach me some slang. Teach me some teen slang.
well, I was gonna like write it
Alright, so
down.
I'm way too old to be on YouTube. Obviously.
I'm way too old to be on YouTube, obviously, but not too old to be in the pants of a 17-year-old. That's interesting. Allegedly, according to Tana. Allegedly. But very believably. With no hesitation. Immediately. Who's the smallest penis you've ever had sex with? Cody. Which makes me wonder what Noel's reaction is going to be to this. When you work so closely with somebody and, you know, have been friends before, although they have definitely coworker vibes lately, what do you do when this comes out? Like, Because their podcast together is called Tiny Meat Gang, and now 50% of it has been verified micro. Sorry, I know I'm taking a second to like talk about a lot of things, but I feel like this is, I don't know, for all of the fallen Cody Co fans, this feels like a funeral, and there's like a lot of stuff, because I'm not gonna probably talk about this again. So there's a lot I wanna say. Anyways, that clip from the live show kind of blew up, and it led to Tana talking about it in more detail on her podcast.
You know, and it's just a classic case of I say something fleeting
in
the ways that I say something, and then it is taken very seriously because I'm usually trauma dumping and breadcrumbing with a giggle.
Yeah.
That's what she starts off this whole conversation by saying. Basically, she wanted to clarify that she's not trying to start some giant campaign to ruin Cody Co's life. And I get it. When I watched that live clip, it doesn't feel like she was planning on saying it. It was just some random question about a micro penis. She said Cody and then was like, oh, fuck. Oh, well, I was 17. That doesn't feel coordinated. That doesn't feel calculated. So the people that are saying that she's just lying and making stuff up for clout, get real. That's obviously not the situation. And if anybody's gonna say, oh, Tana's just like a known liar. Tana has done a lot of really, really scummy things, and she admits it all the time. Her podcast is called The Canceled Podcast because of how many times she's been in controversy over legitimately bad things that are worthy of criticism. But if you can't believe a victim telling a believable story because in their past they have been imperfect, then it just means you don't want to believe that victim. The story is believable, and there's corroborating evidence of a third-party account, which we're also gonna get into.
I hooked up with Cody Co when I was 17 and he was 25. Yeah, it happened. And I think that, first of all, it's really, I'm trying to think about it from a perspective of like a younger sister or someone that I really care about.
So that's her saying it completely outright, completely upfront. And if you want to defend Cody and believe Cody, then your entire argument rests on, she's lying, she's lying, she's lying. But do you think she's actually lying? Genuinely, do you think she's lying? Because quite frankly, the Tana who was the most irresponsible, the most immature, who was doing and saying the worst things was the Tana that was a teenager, which 25-year-old Cody Co was drooling over. The Tana that most people are judging and hating when they talk about Tana in a negative way is the Tana that Cody Co was statutory, you know? So I think that's important to point out right now. God, this video is like, fuck. And I understand why people want to put their blinders up and pretend that this isn't happening and keep watching Cody. But the thing is, the sugar gay video is not funny enough to excuse what he's done. And that's the Cody that really people are holding on to, because the Cody today, he doesn't put effort into his videos, in my opinion. I mean, like, just look at the thumbnails. It's fine to do stuff like this if you're actually like engaged while you're making the video, but even when he's making the video, he's just like,
I think he's got maybe somewhat of an anger issue too.
hey Cody, maybe do you want to redo that take? Not having the video you shoving your finger up your nose, picking it while you're just saying kind of boring, this guy did this and it was this. Feels like he knew the end was coming and has just been pumping out videos to get as much money as possible before he inevitably retires. Because the thing is, you have Tana right here saying, I was 17, Cody Co was 25.
There was a situation with Gabby Hanna at a Playlist Live where she pulled him aside and told him like, yo, she's 17. And then we still went and hooked up. And I can look at that and be like,
What the
why
fuck?
the fuck were you doing that?
Oh my God, when you have Tana on a podcast talking about this like this, and then bringing up Gabby Hanna as a corroborating eyewitness, there's a part of you that's like, Gabby Hanna and Tana Mongeau, that's your team? That's who we want to believe? But if anybody's feeling like that, I would say look to this clip from years ago, before any of this ever came out, of Gabby Hanna talking about this story.
One time, I told a guy, I saw him making out with a girl at a party who was underage, and I pulled him aside and I was like, hey man, you probably don't know, I know she like looks a little older, she's underage, watch it. And he's like, oh my God, thank you for telling me. And then he turned that.
Now, excuse that being only 4 pixels, but that's the exact same story that Tana just told you. Yeah. Tana literally says that Gabby Hanna, by name, pulled Cody aside, told him not to do it, that she was underage, and that he did it anyways. And then Gabby Hanna tells the exact same story. And I genuinely think if you hear that, if you see this, and you still don't believe Tana, then there is nothing that will make you believe her. If you're going, oh, where's the evidence? Oh, where's the evidence? What kind of evidence do you think exists in these situations? Like, actually, you've moved the goalposts to Mars.
Because I grew up loving him, and I think you know what I mean? Like, I was just like excited and a fan, and like, and I understand that that's where now as a grown adult, you can say you were taken advantage of, but like, I don't feel any of those emotions towards it. So that's why it's like, it's much easier to be like, go crucify someone when you feel those emotions.
And that's a very important point that Tana makes there, where she is saying, she can reflect on this and be like, oh my God, that's horrible, that's disgusting, what a creep. And by creep, I mean criminal. But that she doesn't hold on to it with like hatred and like trauma in that way, which makes it so fucking insane that his response has been, Cody, I used to think that you were a really smart business person, but how could you not see that a one-on-one actual apology, actual accountability with Tana would have made all of this not even happen? But I'm kind of honestly glad that that didn't happen, so that now I actually know about this, so I don't have to watch his fucking videos. Micro penis. Okay, let's not do that. People can have that. It's fine. People can have that. No judgment, no hate. Except for the things that he's done and the actions that he's taken. But literally, like, she's not traumatized. She doesn't want him to be crucified. She's saying that here, which means he could have probably avoided all of this by taking an actual human response. How do you not understand that silence in this situation can only mean guilt? If you're guilty, what options do you have? Silence. If you're not guilty, then you would say something. I'm editing right now and I realized that I didn't talk about something that's important. He also basically admitted it because when it first started coming out, he texted Tana and said, "Hey, we good?"
There was a while ago where I think I said something about it online and it was starting to surface, and he texted me like, "Are we good?" and was like, I said, "Yeah." And like, he was like, "My wedding's coming up," like yada, yada, yada.
It's kind of as simple as that, which makes it even more believable to me. But also the fact that, like, okay, if it is real, if it is true, you still should say something. At the very least, an intimate one-on-one apology with Tana, and then a statement saying, "Hey, don't send Tana hate," because she's getting so much hate from his fucking fans, although I'm sure a lot less now that it's becoming a lot bigger. But so many people calling her a liar, just being really misogynistic towards her because of something that he did to her. If you're a human being with empathy, you would say, "Hey, I really fucked up. That was a long time ago. I feel horrible. I've talked to Tana about it. I don't even recognize the person that I was when I did that. But please stop sending Tana hate for this. It was not her fault. It was all mine." Like, do that! But no, your mind was a little bit more focused on the money. Yes, maximize the money before I have to retire. That's the only way out of this at this point, bud. You gotta fucking retire. I'm sorry. You might not have had to if you'd made a response early on and been an actual human with empathy and genuinely felt sorry. But now, I'm looking at you feeling like a dumbass for going, "Oh yeah, he's a frat guy and a DJ, but sure, he's fine." I know that there's no ethical way to DJ, but because I like the Sugar Gay video so much, I just was like, it's okay that he can DJ. It's okay that he can DJ. Trust your fucking gut. Retire, dude. Retire. You have to. Let Noel, like, take Tiny Meat Gang on. But I guess once you leave, the average penis size between the two of you would reset and it'd be like medium male meat gang. No, not the point at all. Sorry. This is why I'm so nervous. Like right now, I feel like a lot of anxiety around this video because I just want to make sure. But on the subject of reactions to controversy, I want to show you his reaction to, I guess, his first cancellation. I really didn't know about this. I truly didn't know about this until I saw it in D'Angelo's video, and honestly... 5 nigga, 6 nigga, 7 nigga, 8 nigga, 9 nigga. Are you kidding me? Are you... Oh my god. And you filmed that and then posted it online. There's no way to view Cody without looking at him through the lens of, was in a frat at fucking Duke. The N-word, in my experience, Cody, is not something that people take kindly to when you're a white boy and you come online saying it. I don't know how the fuck you can think, "Oh, this would be a funny idea," and then film it and go, "Oh my god, that's funny," and then post it. "Oh my god, that's funny." At no point in that process, by the way, it should only be the very beginning, did you think, maybe my white boy ass shouldn't be saying the N-word online. Or in person. By the way, you have to be stupid to do that also. People are so, like, ready to see if somebody's saying it. Like, I posted this video on my Instagram story recently. Listen to the audio.
Gang, you already know. H-Town, hold it down.
That's me right before I saw Long Legs, saying long legs. But then I posted on my story with a song that my friends in that video, Ben, Ed, and I had been talking about.
I walk around like that nigga.
In no world does that look like I'm saying it. And yet I still get like 12 DMs of like, did you really just say the N-word? Next to a grown adult black man named Benjamin Jefferson, who I respect and hold very close and dear as a friend. Oh yeah, I said it. You fucking idiot. And Cody actually said it. And posted it! And when people got mad about it, for obvious reasons, his apology for that, believe it or not, wasn't posted anywhere online other than Patreon. He said, "I'll apologize to y'all, but only the ones who pay me." Now, my question is, do you think that the black community had a strong presence in Cody Co's Patreon, especially after saying the N-word? I'm gonna guess no, so this apology is to some white girls with a little bit of disposable income. Keep that in mind. Hey, y'all. Some old vines where I say some really insensitive things have been surfacing on Twitter. They were really ignorant videos and I wish I'd never made them. Last thing I'd want is for someone to feel alienated because of something stupid I said. It was a mistake and I'm sorry I let you down. Cody. Love the all lowercase so young people know you rock with them. Although I'm sure Tana already knew that. So you're apologizing because they were ignorant and you don't want people to feel alienated by something stupid you said. Okay, but why are you hiding it? If you're actually sorry, then you would actually say sorry. But it's because he just wanted to suppress it because he didn't actually care. He didn't care about black people. Oh my god, I feel like Kanye during Hurricane Katrina. Cody Co does not care about black people. It's like, okay, not my place. At all. But you get what I'm saying. Like, this is a ridiculous thing to do. You know what's also strange? Staying very, 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 very close friends with somebody who allegedly drugged and sexually assaulted a woman in college. Oh my god, cute wedding picture. Who's that on the right? Miss, the victim, began attending Duke in the fall of 2010. According to another girl's evidence, on March 6th, 2011, a fellow student, Colby Leachman, this guy, drugged her and then her. Mr. Leachman was the son of a Duke professor and the stepson of the Duke provost. I don't know what provost means. It sounds a little bit too Ivy League for me. Is Duke Ivy League? Oh, no, it's not. A provost is a senior academic administrator. Okay, got it. So just somebody with authority in the school. So son of a Duke professor, stepson of the Duke provost. And the rape occurred in the provost's home. He also invited another student, Brian Self, to rape Miss while she was drugged. This occurred later that night in Mr. Self's dorm room. Mr. Leachman recorded a short video of the rape by Mr. Self. After the event, Mr. Leachman showed the video to a few people, but not his entire fraternity. Oh. Well, at least it wasn't his entire fraternity. Now that was 2011, and after that he appeared in Cody's vlogs.
Oh, done fucked up and copped the Gucci shit.
That's the guy right there. 5 years after that event allegedly happened. Really, really cool. Really, really funny. Just to be clear, run that back. He said, done fucked up and copped the Gucci shades. And he was like, oh my god, that's a sick ass way to start this video. Done fucked up and copped the Gucci shades. And there are some people who don't believe Tana. Okay.
Well, your hand's
Ready?
kind of in the way
Hey,
where I'm
ready?
pointing.
Yeah, so that's the two of them in a little vlog. Colby is so boring, so uninteresting, so lame that I cannot believe that he's in these videos. He has to be very close friends with Cody for Cody to put him in the cut because he is just a black hole of charisma. He has nothing to offer. And yet he's in these videos, which means Cody must really like him. Also, he was in the wedding. Also, he tagged his Instagram first in the description. The only good thing I could possibly say out of this is that at least he's videotaping a vlog with Cody and not the event from 2011. By the way, for this action, Colby was placed on probation, despite Duke routinely expelling and suspending students for less egregious violations of its sexual misconduct policy. And the lawsuit also says that all Duke employees involved in reviewing the university's probation sanction against Leachman were subordinates of his stepfather, the provost, and he's still keeping him around him. I do not know how Noel can look at Cody in the face without genuinely only thinking of Kendrick Lamar lines. Kendrick literally said he got sex offenders on OVO that he keeps on a monthly allowance. And everybody said, oh my god, Drake's career is over! The whole time, that's literally also what Cody did. I'm trying to say this isn't a small story that Cody messed up a little bit. This is a huge issue. Creators are legitimately gone after a controversy like this. Okay, we've talked about Tana, we've talked about the N-word, and now we've talked about Colby. So with all of that in mind, all of that foundation laid, I want to do a little bit of a that's criminal with the videos that Cody made with Tana during this time. In this video, he's 25 and she's 17. Keep that in mind when you see the way that he's acting with her.
I'm here with Tana. Not gonna laugh at my jokes this time.
video.
Now that camera's on, you're not gonna laugh at my jokes.
What the fuck are you doing as a 25-year-old man filming this video acting like that with a 17-year-old girl? By the way, I am 24 years old right now. Right now, I am younger than he was in this video. Back early days Cody Co. I am early days me. I'm younger than you in this video. I would rather die than go to a 17-year-old LA influencer's apartment and film a video with them. And here he is. Look at the way while she's talking, like his eyes are like flicking up and like, I'm like really getting, okay, this is why I had anxiety filming this video. This is insane. It's so fucked up. I had not seen this video and oh my god. He's literally checking her out and flirting with her in front of us as a 25-year-old guy with a 17-year-old girl. I can't emphasize enough. That's what this is. We're 13 seconds in and he's literally talking to her like he pulled her for a chat on Love Island.
This is our managers.
Yeah,
I mean, our people, my people got in touch with her people.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, I won't. And then they were like, we'll pay you. Like, his YouTube channel sucks. And then I was like, okay, you know what? Like,
That
maybe.
didn't happen. That's not true at all.
No, you don't have to clarify, Cody. I know she was joking. It wasn't the managers that connected you. It was you, the 25-year-old man, in the 17-year-old girl's Instagram DMs going, hey, let's film a video together. Maybe we could collab or some shit. Just cop these new Gucci shades, no cap. Oh my god, It's really, really hard to make this video because I did genuinely look up to him as how he like did his career and stuff. It's really hard to do this, and I'm sure a lot of you people are in the same boat. There's gonna be people who are like, I never liked Cody Co, but okay, I'm not that. Like, I'm not somebody who never liked Cody Co. I was genuinely a fan. For a long time, I listened to every episode of the Tiny Meat Gang podcast. You know, I've had some of the Tiny Meat Gang songs in my most played songs on like Spotify Rewind. Like Broke Bitch was so good. Sophia was so good. Hey, that's my fiance's name. Oh my God, and she's 22 years old. Wow. An age-appropriate relationship. But I mean it, like, I really, really was a fan of his, and seeing all this stuff now, I just feel like those memories that were good of watching his content are just all tainted, and I feel really, really gross about it. Let's watch a little bit more of this one, and then watch the video that they made right after she turned 18.
Actually, just talk about why you hate low-key. Every time I say low-key, he like rolls his eyes.
Because it doesn't mean anything. Low-key doesn't add anything. You could have any sentence where someone uses low-key, take that out, and it means the exact same thing.
Low-key, you shouldn't have had sex with a 17-year-old when you were 25, versus you shouldn't have had sex with a 17-year-old when you were 25. Okay, actually, good point, Cody. Now, that video is on Tana's channel, still live right now. But then on his channel, still publicly, he has a video that he made with Tana after she turned 18, right after she turned 18. Sick, dude. Also, if you look in the comments, throwback. You got Danny Gonzalez. I like how in your old vines you talk like you don't want your roommate to know you're making a vine. So you like half whisper. Danny somewhere like, fuck, I shouldn't have commented on this video. Fuck. Danny didn't know. Anyways, hi Greg. By the way, that's in no way a sneak diss or any shade at all at Danny Gonzalez. That's like, come on, come on.
You're not a novice.
I've been on YouTube for like a year.
No, you haven't.
Well, a year and a half.
Year and a half?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Hey, could you let the background noise get a little bit louder? Could you add a little bit more in the background of the video? That might be good. No wonder you only had 50,000 subscribers at this point in time. The video quality is shit. By the way, you can tell that she's a very young girl who should not be sitting this close to a 25-year-old man alone together on a couch, looking into each other's eyes, because you can see that she has this high pony, and you can see the tracks from her extensions, like right here. This is a young girl, bro. That is a young girl who doesn't know how to fucking do a high pony with extensions. Not a potential partner for you, a 25-year-old grown-ass man.
I don't think I'm so happy.
Oh my God, I clicked at a random point in the video and that's what happened. What? She just turned 18, so it's legal, I guess. Anybody else feel a little bit weird about seeing that? What? Haha, it's so funny, it's so funny. Yeah, but you are showing a video of you I don't even want to do it. I don't want that gif of me out there. But showing that to a newly 18-year-old girl who you allegedly had relations with when you were 25 and she was 17. I mean, given the context and knowing everything we know about what he was doing, like, so if you want to say Tana's lying and Gabby Hanna is lying, even though they were telling their stories completely unrelated to each other and several years apart, if you think that that doesn't make any sense, even though he has a track record and all of the puzzle pieces fit together, if you still think he didn't do anything and then you watch this, there's no world where you can still believe that. It's at that point where it's that watershed moment. Is that the word? It's at that moment where the dam has broken, everything is out. It is that bad. This isn't a, oh, little commentary YouTube drama. It's genuinely disgusting, and you know what? Like, there's gonna be no actual consequences. You're just gonna retire and be wealthy for the rest of your life. Like your life is gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. You've just lost all the respect of your entire audience and anybody who knows your name. And when people Google your name from now on, that's what they're gonna be seeing. Because of an action that you did when you were 25 years old with a 17-year-old. And right now, judging by your silence, it feels like you think, that's not fair, that's not fair. Oh, it was so long ago, I'm a different person then. Sometimes actions are irreversible. Actually, all the time. And when that action is you as a 25-year-old person getting with a 17-year-old after being warned that they're a minor, then what you are facing is not a cancellation, it is consequences. And the consequences of that action is that now that it's come to light, that is all anybody's gonna be able to think about when they look at you. And that sucks for you. But you know what? The consequences of sucky actions sometimes are sucky consequences. And this sucky consequence for you is coming a lot later than it had any right to. You shouldn't be sad that your career is ending now. You should be grateful that your career didn't end when you had 50,000 subscribers on YouTube. Because it probably should have. Also, I want to look at one really poorly aged clip of Cody and Noel talking on their podcast early on. Just look what they're talking about.
I don't even know.
Jerry Seinfeld?
Oh, fucking yeah.
That shit?
Yeah, you gotta straight up.
He publicly dated
a teenager.
Yeah, they're talking about how crazy it is to be a grown-ass man and getting involved with a young minor teenage girl. Cody Co brings up Seinfeld. By the way, yeah, Seinfeld dated a 17-year-old when he was 35. That's insane. So with everything coming to light and this new context, that looks a little bit like, stupid. Oh yeah, dude, dating a 17-year-old as a grown man? God, it's kind of weird, right? Unless you're 25, right? Right, guys? If you're 25, it's like totally fine to be with a 17-year-old, but if you're Jerry Seinfeld and you're 35, it's a problem, right? But actually, it's definitely a problem when you're 25 and she's 17 because of the law. What's the age of consent? Well, Playlist Live held in Florida, and in the state of Florida, 18 years old is the age of consent. But what if it was only when they were in LA? Also 18 years old, both of which are not 17 years old, which even if it was the age of consent, is still fucking gross. I don't expect him to make a response. I don't expect him to make an apology. I honestly expect him to just stop uploading and then leave Noel to handle anything that he has to deal with on like the podcast. It just feels like he's gonna just retire and hide. But if he doesn't, if he does come out and talk about it, I'll make sure to do a follow-up video on that, potentially on the second channel if it's small, because I don't want to like try to drag or milk something like this. And for any fellow fallen former Cody Co fans, it's okay to be sad about this because it sucks. It sucks that he did this, and genuinely for me is not forgivable. So I am completely out on any of his content in the future. And when you spend years like having an attachment, like really liking somebody's content and like, you know, viewing them as one of the good ones, it's really a gut punch to see this whole story laid out. So I just want to say, no matter how sad this situation makes you feel, there is no excuse for turning a blind eye when you know the truth. If you just want to sit back and ignore it and watch his videos, then you know, I think that's pretty fucked. I really hope that he does respond. I hope he talks to Tana. I hope they sort it out one-on-one. I hope she comes out and says that he like talked to her and apologized. And I hope that he addresses it publicly. But at this point, I just don't see that happening. It sucks, but I guess this is the funeral for the Cody Co that we used to know and love. And it is the bris of the awful, horrible, disgusting Cody. Bris is like when you circumcise somebody, but it's gonna be kind of hard circumcising him because of how small his. I love you. Thank you so much for watching this whole thing through with me. Please subscribe.
This would be like finding out that like Rhett McLaughlin from Good Mythical Morning is just a total piece of shit. If I found that out, at this point, it's like, okay, I genuinely can't have any sort of care or connection with people who I know online. But then again, it's like, he is a DJ. He did go to Duke and was in a frat at Duke. It's not surprising based on who he is as a person and the choices that he has made for his life.